Hey you guys, Desmond here,
And LaCresha.
and welcome back to the channel. And today, we are here to discuss Drag Race Philippines, Season 2, Episode 4, the SNATCH Game. And my, this was a drama-filled episode.
It really was.
Woo-wee. But before we get into everything, let me remind everyone that they need to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are so close to our goal of 500 subscribers. So go ahead, hit the little button, hit the bell so you never miss when we post. So, Drag Race Philippines. What do we think of this episode here?
They had a lot going on.
There was a lot going on. Overall, I thought it was a good episode. The Snatch Game, we'll talk about that. Ooey.
Like, like it wasn't good.
We'll get to it because it was good, but not for the reasons it should be good. It was so chaotic that I'm like, you know what? I dig this. It's not the level of the season 4 tomfoolery, but yeah. But let's go ahead and get into the gig. Boom. Alright, so we enter the workroom after Tiny Deluxe was eliminated. They read her message, they wiped it away, they sat down, and Ovi was talking about a little bit from the previous episode. Untucked. I know you didn't get a chance to watch, but some things went down, and she was like, I broke down, I was feeling emotional. It happens. You got to remember they're in a pressure cooker that is Drag Race, and they're expected to do things in short period of times to make good TV. Right. Then we got a little bit of the captivating Black Cat versus Miss Jade.
Black Cat?
Or should I say captivating races? Which one sounds better?
Oh no.
Anyway, they had their little moment, their argument, and it was all. This is a great screenshot, but Miss Levels over here was basically stirring the pot.
Oh my god, I saw that.
And for me, it's a common thing throughout this episode about Vushka stirring the pot. And she did stir it. But what was getting me is she was trying to act like she didn't do it on purpose. Honey, you knew what you were doing when you brought up the conversation. Like, don't feel bad about it, honey. You're making TV. Like, I ain't mad about it. They ain't mad about it. Well, they are mad about it. But
somebody's mad about it, but just not us.
Okay? We're here to make television, and you were doing that. I really wish you would have embraced it and been like, oh yeah, well, I feel like y'all should have. So I brought it up. You know what I'm saying? Not, oh, I didn't mean to stir the pot, but at least y'all are talking now. No. You knew what you were doing, sis. You knew. You knew. But it's the next day in the workroom. They come in, they're chit-chatting, and the captivating racist here apologized to the room. She did. She was like, my behavior in Untucked was uncalled for, and then she did an additional apology just to Miss Jadeo because, their argument, and she did start it, in my opinion. It was just, at first, Miss Jadeo accepted. I'm like, okay, we're being civil, we're moving on. But then, I believe it was OV, or maybe even Captivating, that called out Vushka again, talking about sticking your nose in an issue that has nothing to do with you, right there at the top. Right? Y'all see it right there at the top? And that was the first time she's like, oh, well, I didn't mean to stir the pot. Yes, you did. And I didn't realize this until I was watching Maddie Rant's review. Every time Vushka Levels did something, especially something shady, she would look straight in the camera. I'm like, I didn't catch that. And then when I came back to get these screenshots, I'm like, every time she did something shady or said something in a response into an argument, she looks over to the camera. I'm like, hell, that's probably why you went home. You kept looking at that damn camera. You're supposed to act like it's not there. I feel like that's going to be my biggest issue, too, on reality TV, because I know it's going to be there, so I just kind of want to be like, yeah, LaCresha, I was talking to her, looking dead into the camera. Yeah, LaCresha, we should go say something.
To who?
I don't know. Let's go. But yeah, so
not that stilted. I don't know what we're talking about.
I feel like that would be me, and they'll be like, the producer will be like, Desmond, stop looking at the camera. But the camera's in my face.
All right, so at the next ceremony, we gonna send Tanner home.
And then on my way out,
Tanner home. We gonna leave McGill by herself. See how fast she falls.
And on my way out, I'm gonna hit a Heidi, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and walk out the door. But yeah, right after that, Miss Jadeo and Miss Captivating here. Honestly, I'm with Jadeo on this one because it really felt like a personal attack on her.
Mm-hmm.
And she was trying, and the one thing is, she kept saying, if I made you feel that way. No. That's not an apology.
Because I made you feel this way.
There we go. That. If I made you feel that way, that wasn't my intention. No. I'm sorry for making you feel that way. It was not my intention. That if gets me. It's not if. Clearly, if I'm telling it to you, you strike the nerve. We're having this conversation. So there's no if. You did. And now you're playing in my face and playing with my feelings by saying if. Say, I'm sorry for whatever I did. That was not my intention.
Mm-hmm.
Not that, if you felt like that, no.
No, because you're not going to sit here and dismiss somebody's feelings like that.
That just annoys me. But they had a group little hug, and there was some kisses. But RuPaul pops up on the stage, and baby, if we didn't know it was Snatch Game, you would have known after that message.
Right.
I'm like, okay, just say RuPaul. We're doing the Snatch Game. But Mama Pao enters the workroom, and we're going to do a mini challenge first. So they're going to be...
Everybody's wearing brown.
That part. She was like, I'm leaving. They're going to do a Filipino folk dance, as you can see at the top there. I believe it's pronounced Tinikalin. I hope I'm saying that correctly. They have 15 minutes to get into modern Filipina maiden drag. So, afterwards, the pit crew comes in. They set up the game. And it was fun watching this. I love seeing traditional games in other countries.
Yeah. I had made a mental note to ask you, do you think that should be something that they incorporate more into the international seasons?
Oh, yeah. I would love to see more childhood games like this. I love seeing cultures. Tell me about your country. Because for those who are in the Philippines, this probably, that's just something. But for us who aren't from the Philippines, I just learned something new here. And I love learning about people's culture. So I would love to see other countries do that. And a lot of them do. They'll incorporate something that is significant for that country. So yeah, I enjoyed it. So whoever lasts the longest during this game won. So after everybody went, they got the big crew to go. Oh, Lord. It was too funny.
That was funny.
Even Mama Pao was getting in on it. I'm like, y'all, it's just messy, and I live for it, okay? I live. But afterwards, Mama Pao announced that the queen who had the longest time was Matilda. Which means she has won her third mini challenge. So she now has 60,000 pesos. All she needs is one more mini challenge, and she will take home the same amount that Vushka did. And we know what happened to her this episode. So, we're moving on, and Mama Pal announces that this week is the Snatch Game.
The Snatch Game.
Philippines, are you ready to play the Snatch Game? I know I am. All right, so let's talk about this Snatch game as a whole. Baby, this was so chaotic.
I don't know what in the world this was supposed to be. I know what it wasn't.
It was so chaotic.
I didn't start chuckling till like the very end.
Oh, I was chuckling, but for the wrong reasons, not because, they were doing a good job. It was so weird.
Right.
Like, I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I should not be loving, but I'm loving. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It got so bad it was good. That's where it was. That's where I was. But honey, let's get into it. At first, we're going to say hello to the players. Kim Molina, who was our special guest judge this week. Love her.
Mm-hmm.
Love her so much.
She was great.
And then, of course, our judge, John Santos. How you doing, honey? So
he was awesome.
Let's go ahead and talk about these Snatch games. First, we had Arizona Brandy as Adele. Listen, that was not Adele.
Not at all.
But it was so funny.
But she was like, she took yes and went above and beyond.
That part, like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, this ain't Adele, but I am entertained. And
that was the absolute worst.
That part,
British
just sitting there
accent.
listening to her do that British accent, I'm like, I thought mine was bad. I thought mine was bad. But
yours is atrocious.
But I was thoroughly entertained. I'm not going to sit here and tell no stories.
Right, she did very well.
She just wasn't Adele.
It just wasn't Adele.
I don't know who she was, okay? Up next is
she
Bernie.
She might have been scaring Spice a little bit.
I don't know.
She had that same cadence.
But up next, we have Bernie doing Madame Anous.
I don't know who that is.
I didn't either, but I actually, compared to everybody else, I thought she did a really good job.
She stayed in character most of the time.
Most of the time. But yeah, like, I didn't feel like she did bad.
Right.
Yeah. And, a lot of these characters we don't know. But I will say, Season 1's Philippines Snatch game was way better than this.
Yes.
Way better than this. Now, Raptivating Racist over here was the anchor Joy Bellamonte. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. Now, I thought
she was Mayor.
Is it Mayor? I'm sorry. Yeah, that is Mayor.
Yeah, I think that says Mayor.
My bad. Mayor. I will say that she stayed in character the whole time.
The whole time.
Even though Arizona said in the confessionals she's just portraying herself, I didn't see her playing herself, me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we've been seeing in confessionals and in the workroom was completely different than this Mayor Joy that she is portraying here. I don't think I would have given her the win. But then again,
I don't think I would have given it to her either.
But then again, the judges said that she had the nuances down and it was really funny. So I'm going to trust that the judges know what they're talking about.
Right. Sometimes and I think that's the only reason why I was okay with her winning.
Yeah, because, sometimes the judges want to push a story, so I don't know. But, they were really into it. They thought it was a really good job, so I'm not going to argue with them because, we don't know the characters.
Exactly.
She stayed in character. She made me chuckle a few times. She did. She did. Mm-hmm. She was one of the few that didn't get on my nerve. That did get on my nerve. Speaking of getting on my nerve,
the whole back row.
Let's talk about the one that was getting on my nerve next to her. Dee Marie Holiday. Not only did she ruin Meryl Streep, she also ruined Jennifer Coolidge.
Look. She was supposed to be Miranda Priestley.
She was not.
And Jennifer Coolidge. And she should have just said, I'm Miranda Priestley. Well, I'm Meryl Streep.
I'm going to say, I don't think they can do the copyright, but they can say she's Meryl Streep. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I laughed at her first joke. I can't remember what it was.
Right.
That
one was funny.
But the rest of it, I'm just sitting there, and then she kept going in and out of Tagalog. Is that their name of their language? Tagalog, am I saying that right?
Tagalog.
You know, she started speaking. I was like, wait a minute now. We know Meryl Streep. But, yeah, this was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. I was like,
because at least Adele stayed Adele and was like, I learned a new word.
Her version of Adele. Let me say that it stayed her version of Adele.
Yes, but see, and that was the genius of it because you could have sat there and tried to be very literal Adele, but instead she was just like, I'm gonna do my version of Adele and stay in character the whole time.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this was a struggle bus. Up next,
that was a hot mess.
We had Hannah Bashi, who was Jessica Soho. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I laughed quite a bit here.
Mm-hmm.
I was really shocked that she wasn't in the top this week. Wait, let me look at my notes. Was she in the top? Let me see. No, she was not. No, she was not. I was shocked she wasn't. I was entertained. I really was.
Entertained.
Yeah. For me not to know the character, I thought she was doing a good job. Now, there was a moment when her and Adele were going back and forth. I'm like, ooh-wee.
That's when it kind of got, like, severely out of control.
And plus, I do feel like the Snatch game was a little too long.
It was.
I feel like... Hello. I feel like it was a little too long.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on... We have Matilda as Saza Girl. Where were the jokes?
I don't know who this TikTok personality is.
Yeah, where were the jokes? There was no jokes. I'm like, everything was just bombing. I'm like, come on, sis, make me know the character. Like, what's... Yeah.
Nope.
Up next, we had Miss Jade So as Queen Dura. This one was a struggle as well, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
She did have a few laughs, and I really liked the way that she was bantering with the other queens. So I think that's what saved her.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, this was pretty weak. And then we had Ovi as Zenalia Ziva. I'm hoping it's Zenalia Ziva. This was one of my favorite characters up there.
Mm-hmm.
She had me cackling. What was it? I think it was towards the middle. I'm like, Lord, she is a mess, and I live. I thought she did a good job. What did you think of this performance?
I think she did a pretty decent job.
Last but definitely not least, we have Vushka Levels.
Oh my gosh.
As Mommy D is on here, but her full name is Dionisa Pacaueo. I hope I said that right. But yeah, this was bad.
That was bad.
I'm just sitting there and I'm like, baby, every time it's just crickets. Every time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, my good sis. But yeah, that was the Snatch game, honey. Like I said, it was very chaotic. That it was like, it was so bad it started to be good at some points. But then there were some points I'm like, can we hurry this up and finish this, please? But yeah, this was interesting. So typically we don't talk about the little workroom piece afterwards. But they did this last season, and they did it again here after the Snatch game. Well, clearly it's the next day. They have a little moment, especially Miss Ovi Cunt here. Oh, sorry, and Vushka Levels. Honestly, they were all a little delulu, if you ask me, because they're like, "Oh, I slayed. Oh, I did good." No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Ovi, maybe. Like, Ovi did good. I'm not gonna sit here and play in Ovi's face.
Right.
But like, yeah, I felt like this argument was really, oh, we don't like Vushka Levels, so we're gonna just continue to argue with her about everything. That's honestly what I got from it.
This had been the episode where it was like, so who do you think should leave?
They would have said Vushka Levels all over again. But let's get to this main stage, and up first we have Mama Pao. Now, Mama Pao. What happened?
Oh,
Like season 1, you were coming with the looks. This. Season 1, she was serving. And then season 2, she's probably had one good look.
I think so, just one.
And like, I like the shape of this, but who made this? She said who made it on the main stage too. She did. I'm like, don't tell people who made that, Mama Pal. Don't tell people that. Shh, be quiet. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. But yeah, So we are joined by Karen, Jiggly Caliente, and John Santos with our special guest judge, Kim Molina. We mentioned earlier about how much we love her.
Yes, she was she's a very personable person.
Yeah, she was really a good time. So, the category for this week is Ooh Lam Lam Realness. Basically, food. Food is the category. Up first is Miss Jade. So, this is everything. This is everything to me. I was like, oh, I love the pepper on the head. Like, this all just works so well for me. That makeup. Like, look at the beat. Oh, my goodness. I bring the beat, okay? She just looks so good here. Yum, 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 yum. What did you think of this look?
I like the look. I mean, it's flawless, honestly.
It really is. It's a good look. Good look on her, too. The only thing is these boots being more of a brown color.
Yeah.
I would have went for some black boots or maybe a cute little pump. But yeah, other than that, amazing. Up next is Bernie. This was so cute.
How come you only got the outfit and not this baby's head?
But yeah, this is Bernie. I love this. I love every piece of this. I will gladly come up to her and buy a piece of fish. Can I have a piece of fish, please, honey?
Do you even like fish?
I like fish. Just certain fishes. Not all fishes. Like salmon, I'm not the biggest fan of salmon. It's grown on me over the years. It's grown on me over the years, but I don't think I've ever had a milk fish like she's selling here. And you know me, I'll try anything once. So I'll take a bite. See what's going on up in here.
I want some catfish now.
But yeah, this is a really creative. It's campy. I really like this look. What did you think?
I thought it was creative. I like the little disco ball look. It was good.
Up next is Arizona Brandy. Here's my thing. I like this look, but this dress seems like an afterthought to me.
Right. Like, oh, snap. I forgot I needed this look. Let's paste a bunch of things to it.
Because that's honestly what it looks like. Everybody else has these creative things. She just got food glued to her dress.
Right.
And I really think this is what stopped her from getting the win this week, was this look. But yeah, I wanted more. I'm greedy. I wanted more. Up next is Dee Dee Marie Holiday. Now, I love that this is made from beans. I thought that was extremely creative, and the fact that she got some of the youth, the children, to come in and help her with it.
LGBTQ plus youth,
Yes, I love that the children helped. But I wish the children did just a tad bit of a better job, because when you look in closely, you can see the undergarments. You can see mistakes. Like that corset should be tighter.
Spaces. Yeah.
But, you know, I love the message behind this look. I do. What did you think of this look here?
I didn't understand it at first. I did appreciate the fact that it was, you know, a community project. But I don't think it was the assignment, honestly.
Up next is OV 8.
Yeah. I wish I knew what she was trying to be besides just muscles.
I think she was just trying to be muscles. I think that was it.
Muscles. Right. But, like, I get the interpretation.
Like, this is everything for me. I love the silhouette. I love the headpiece. The makeup is interesting. Altogether, this was just a great look for OV. Honestly, OV hits the runway every time. I don't know why I act shocked when I see her walk out. I don't know why.
She brings it to you every ball.
Every ball, darling. Up next is Hannah Bashi.
Hannah Bashi.
Her face looks amazing. The makeup is done immaculately.
Everything from the neck up is great.
Beautiful. Drop dead gorgeous. And we're not going to even address the bottom half. Up next is Matilda, looking like she's finna head off to the Renaissance tour.
Yes. Look, because them dates is coming up.
Listen, I've been looking, and I'm like, Desmond, do you want to go into some debt to get some of these tickets? Because they've been looking, and I've been watching all the clips. I done seen the show like 50 million times on Twitter and TikTok. And, I watched the very first show on Instagram because somebody was live streaming it. That was the day we were flying. Not the day we were flying out, but the day we went to Dallas, before we went to DragCon. You're on your way here, and I'm just on my phone. Talking about tip.
You don't break my soul.
Having a great time. Like I was there in person. I had it linked up to my TV doing the airplay. Baby, having a good time. Give me face. Yeah. Having a great time on Instagram, attending the first concert of Beyonce's. I sure did. But this concert is making me want to come out of retirement because, typically I don't like going to concerts no more because of my height. I get tired of short people who are behind me. Baby, you should have got a better ticket. That's between you and your wallet. But anyway, this is a boot because this has nothing to do with food at all. Moving on to Vushka Levels. It was hard to get a clear screenshot of her dress. It's cute. But again, I'm not getting food.
I didn't know what she was supposed to be until somebody said something until they were making the lumpia puns. And then I was like, well, where's Lumpia? Is it her outfit? And then I just happened to see the things that look like firecrackers on her shoulder. And I was like, oh, Lumpia.
Like we said with Arizona, it seemed like an afterthought on the dress.
Which sucks, because Lumpia is so good.
Correct. Up next is Captivating Cat. This is a boot.
This is my favorite thing about Fall Fest when I was in elementary and high school, because our class used to sell them for fundraisers. Boy, good.
Up next is Captivating Cat.
This left me breathless. I loved it.
I'm so glad
you might not have.
No. Let me tell you, I like elements of it. I love the giant Foon and Spork. I love the coat with the train on it. I love the headpiece. It's the actual bodysuit that I don't like. And I understand it's supposed to be that beef top stuff right there, but I felt like it could have been executed better to really elevate the look. And it's just so distracting that it takes away from the campiness that I like about the rest of the outfit.
Right.
So it's like a soft boot.
Soft boot.
Soft. Now, out of our 9 amazing queens here, who had your favorite look?
I like the last one.
Captivating Cat?
Yeah.
You would.
Shut up.
My favorite is, I'll have to say OV. OV really did that for me. She really did. So we find out that our tops and bottoms are as follow. In the top, we have Arizona Brandy, OV, and Captivating Cat. With the bottom being Dee, Matilda, and Vushka. Do you agree with this top and bottom placements?
Kind of.
Yeah. I really want Hannah Bashi to be there, but like, who was I going to switch her out with?
Replace her with. Yeah.
But we find out that Captivating Cat is the winner of this week's challenge. And plot twist, there's not just 2 queens in the bottom. There's 3. I'm like, ooh, shuck it. And you should have seen Dee. Oh, you did. But Dee was all like, okay, I'm good. And then my pal's like, you will also be lip syncing. Her face like, what? Yeah, you thought you were finna get out of this. You thought so. No, you're not. Get ready to lip sync. You know me, I love when more than two queens lip sync.
Yes.
To be honest with you, I probably would have had 5 this week. But I'll take the 3.
But.
And they lip synced to Buna Kada by Kim Molina, which the song was really fun. I added it to the playlist. I'm like, this is a really fun, upbeat, dancing song. I like it. Adding it to the playlist. But what do we think of this lip sync?
Oh boy. It was a lot going on with 3 queens.
I feel like one queen did the assignment somewhat and the other 2 were just there.
Right.
Matilda was killing me with the nogging. But out of the 3, she was doing the best.
Yes.
Especially those crunchy dips that Matilda was doing. I'm like, ma'am, will you stop? Please. Please, I ask you.
What makes a crunchy dip?
What she did. Anyway. So, we went through the lip sync. Honestly, I really thought 2 queens were going home here.
I thought it too. I'm not even gonna lie.
I will say, I thought it was smart of Dee Dee to hold her wig down when she started
trying to do the choreography.
She was like, I know this is not pinned down, honey, but you are not going nowhere.
I'm going to give it to you anyway.
We're going anyway, honey. But yes, after the lip sync, Mama Pao announced that both Matilda and Dee Dee Holiday are staying, which means Vushka Levels will unfortunately be sashaying away. Do you agree with that decision?
Yeah.
I do think Vushka Lost, but I would have sent her and Dee Dee home, me personally. Two for 1. Get out of here. Whoosh. Gotta go. But anyway, they do their dance. They make a little love. They get down tonight. And we find out that next week they will be having a musical about sirens, honey. I'm excited. You know, I love me a good siren. I love it. I wonder if there's going to be any Little Mermaid references in there. We'll just have to wait and see. But that's all the time we have for right now. Cresha, where can they find you on social media?
They can find me at Cresha McGill. That's CreshaMcGill on all social media.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.